Is it true that you voted to cut the funding for embassy security?
Absolutely. Look, we have to make priorities and choices in this country. We have, think about this, 15,000 contractors in Iraq. We have more than 6,000 contractors, a private army there for President Obama in Baghdad. And we're talking about, can we get 24 or so people into Libya to help protect our forces? When you're in tough economic times, you have to make difficult choices.
Okay,
you have to prioritize things.
So you're prioritizing. So when there are complaints that, in fact, that there was not enough security, you've just said absolutely that you cut. You were the one to vote against, to increase security for the State Department, which would lead directly to Benghazi. That seems like you're saying you have a hand in the responsibility to this, right? The funding of the security, if you're happy to cut it?
You get it. But because there are literally close to 200 embassies, consulates, those types of things. You have thousands of people that are involved in this. You have to prioritize things. Libya, before 9/11, 2 bombings on our consulate out there. Of course, that's got to be a higher priority than making sure that we're protecting some other emphasis.
We just heard that from the clip from one of the guys who's going to testify before you today that there was definitely this pressure in his mind to not staff the embassy fully security-wise. Wouldn't that pressure be coming from you directly, essentially, people and others who voted against funding for security? Keep it low because there's no funding for security.
Well, you're also talking about a vote that never came to fruition because we actually continued at the exact same funding levels moving forward. This is a vote that happened over in the House, but remember, the Senate never got to this point, so we did a continuing resolution. So it's a red herring. The reality is you have to prioritize things. And when you're talking about such a small number of security personnel, they're in country, that's a problem. The other thing that we're going to talk about in this hearing is the fact that the physical facilities themselves did not meet the minimum standards. And when you're in Libya after a revolution, I've got to argue that that's got to be a higher priority than protecting some other, compound in Mauritius or wherever you might be. I don't mean to pick on them, but you've got to prioritize things. And what clearly didn't happen is Libya was not a priority. I believe what I've heard is that it's because they wanted the appearance of normalization. That's what they wanted. That fit the Obama narrative moving forward.
It'll be interesting to see what comes out of your hearing today. Nice to see you as always. Thank you for talking with us.
Thanks, Soledad.
Appreciate it.